all once self-luminous in the spirit sphere. Once in the spirit sphere, all luminous, turn now into their own dark contraries. Now, he is slowly going to tell us about how it started happening. He is kind of initiating the narrative of the story of creation, the mother story of creation, how it has done. The mother story of creation is in that sense. It was once luminous in the spirit sphere, but now here it is all dark. How it has happened? The process of involution is what he is going to describe in a certain sense, the process of involution. Being collapsed into a pointless void. That is the first thing, pointless void. Being collapsed into a pointless void. That is the first step of involution. Collapsed, gone, finished. Now, that yet was the zero parent of the world. Collapsed into a pointless void. Again, being, trochee, collapsed, I am, into, trochee, a point, I am, this void, I am. So you got trochee, I am, trochee, I am, I am. A pointless void. Now, what do you mean by pointless void? Pointless is a very difficult word. This one is a very difficult word in a certain sense. Pointless void. It has no value, no significance. That would be one meaning. It has no value, no significance. That is the you are talking pointless stuff. You see, your debate is a pointless debate. It is not conveying any message at all, you see. There is no meaning contained in that sense. Pointless debate, pointless argument, we say like that, you see, pointless. But this is, I will not say this is pointless in that sense. This pointless is a very loaded kind of a word here, adjective, pointless void. Actually, I have made a small list of this word pointless. Pointless without force, without meaning, without relevance. That is what we know. It is irrelevant. We are talking pointless, irrelevant things, pointless thing, pointless remark, you say, normally, pointless remark, you see, useless, futile, senseless, meaningless, worthless, stupid. Well, that is what we mean by pointless. It is a stupid argument, pointless argument, meaningless argument, inane. It is also means inane, purposeless. It is a purposeless argument. Hopeless, needless. All these are the senses of the word pointless. Purposeless, hopeless, needless. We also have got a pointless game. The two teams are engaged in a game. None of them is able to score a point. So you call it a pointless game. None of them is able to score a point, you see. It's a pointless game, you see, that is the pointless game. The story is a spirit's waste of proper treasury. Now, pointless void. My take it is something different. That there is not a point in it. Not even a dot is present in it. Point in the sense of a dot. That there is not a point in it. Complete void. Complete void. Complete. So I will say it is kind of a absolutely pure void that not even a dot is present in it. Not even a dot is present in it. So that pointless word is a very difficult word in that sense, you see. Not even a single iota, single element is present there at all, you see. Not even a dot. Sign, nothing is present there. Being collapsed into a pointless void, therefore it is a pointless void, nothing. Absolute void, total, pure, purest void. You can say that nothing is present in it. Purest void. Nothing is present. It collapsed into that pure. Means a total, complete absence of the divine. That is the pointless void. Being collapsed into a pointless void. That yet was a zero. Parent of the world, from that it could arise. Because, after all, whose point is that? Whose void is that? It is the divine himself. So, the divine's potential is also present in that void. It is not coming out, it is not emerging, it does not mean that it is not there. The divine's potential, the divine's power, because after all it is divine himself. The void himself is a divine thing. So, it has a certain aspect of giving rise to something, you see, or that void, you see, pointless void, yet was a zero parent to the world. Therefore, it is a parent to the world. Therefore, it is a parent to the world. And in conscience swallowing of the cosmic mind, in conscience swallowing up the cosmic mind, well, that is the power of the void. Whatever tries to come out of that, it will try to gulp. It will try to swallow gluttonous void, you see, completely. See, in conscience swallowing of the cosmic mind, the mother says that before the entry of mind in the inconscience, before the entry of mind in the inconscience was supple, flexible, moldable. But when mind entered into that inconscience, then it became rigid, firm. It has kind of acquired firmness because of its form. Mind is the creator of form there, and a sort of a rigidity has come there. Now that is the great job, task achieved by mind. That what was flexible, moldable as inconscience, as something has to be, if something has to enter in, then that something which is entering into it can get easily swallowed up by the void. If something that flexible, moldable in conscience, something is going to enter, then the void will simply jump upon it and swallow it up. But with the entry of mind there, it becomes rigid and firm, and it will not allow that thing to get swallowed by the void, you see. That thing will not get allowed to swallow. So, in that sense, this mind is playing a certain positive role, that if some divine element has to enter into it, then it should not get swallowed, and therefore mind brings a certain firmness to it. It stands by itself. Now, but this mind itself is now proving, at one stage of evolution it was necessary to see that what is entering into it does not get swallowed. But now it has played its role. It must stop. Across the path of divine event, the huge forwarding mind of night. This is a mind of night. The huge forwarding mind of night. Huge forwarding mind of night. It is standing in the path of the divine manifestation now. It is so rigid that it is not allowing anything to enter in, and therefore that has to be overcome. So I will say this is a much deeper occult problem of evolution, that for a certain purpose the mind of night is necessary, but now after having served that purpose, that mind of night has to be got rid of, has got to be changed into mind of light. It has got to be changed into mind of light, you see. So the cosmic mind, in conscious swallowing of the cosmic mind, produced a universe from its lethal sleep. Bliss into black coma, fallen. So first thing is being, now bliss, the fall. You see, he is describing the process of evolution, how the four powers separated in the mother story of creation. Bliss into black coma, fallen, insensible, coiled back to itself and God's eternal joy, through a false buoyant figure of grief and pain. So, bliss has become now grief and pain. See, still dolorously nailed upon a cross, still dolorously nailed upon a cross. Now he's changing the imagery. Now that bliss is nailed on the cross. It has to make a sacrifice of itself. It has entered into this creation, it has to make a sacrifice, still dolorously nailed upon a cross, fixed in the soil of dumb, insentient world. Dumb, insentient world. Well, that is the picture of Jerusalem of that time, the time of crucifixion. Dumb, insentient world, you see. People are insensitive to the divine presence. They don't understand, they don't have perception that something great has occurred there, and they are murdering, killing, nailing him on the cross and that kind of a thing, you see. Still dolorously nailed upon a cross, fixed in the soil of dumb, insentient world. That is what they did. And all this hooting, shouting, this man carrying the cross and all that thing. What a terrible scene. Dolora, Via Dolorosa, you see, he's carrying the cross. Fixed in the soil of dumb and ancient world, where birth was a pang and death and agony. Shaman is not going to live without this. See, he is going to tell all kind of things. Lest all too soon should change again to bliss. See, you had to undergo through a long process of evolution. Through a long process of lest all too soon should change again to be almost a monosyllabic line. Lest all, I will call it almost in spondy, soon, too soon, certainly spondy, should change, I am, again, I am, to bliss, I am. Lest all too soon should change. So this too spontaneous in the beginning brings together force in the whole impact. It's terrific, you see. That is the poetic art of Savitri. Lest all too soon should change again to bliss again. No, you have to undergo through this process of suffering and all that thing. Must go. Fixed in the soil of dumb, insentient world. So bliss has become like that. Being has become like that. So we have given two examples of that thing. Now, thought sat a priestess of perversity. The divine thought has now become perverse. Priestess, thought is a feminine. Priestess of perversity, worshipping perversity on a black tripod of triune's name. Triune's name. Thought sat a priestess of perversity on her, that priestess thought. Black tripod, three-legged stool of the triune snake. Triune, again, threefold, triple snake. The physical, the vital, the mental, in the vital, in the subconscious. The physical, the vital, the mental, in the subconscious. Now, snake is of course the power of illusion. Energy calling up, you see. Tripod or the triune snake thought. It has come to that point here, see. Reading by opposite sign the eternal script. A sorceress reversing life's God frame. Sorceress, she is a sorceress, priestess of perversity, thought. Reversing life's God frame. She is changing what life has brought here. Tripod, three-legged stool. Now, of course, you had the tripos in Cambridge University. You take tripos examination, tripos. Three-legged stool, yeah, like that. Means what? A candidate who is going to complete his graduation, he is interviewed by the professors in front of him. There is a tripod in front of him, and the candidate goes, the student goes and sits there, and then all the professors will ask him 100 questions like that, you see. These thing. And if you clear them, then you are cleared, you are passed, you see. So that is the tripos, you see, on which you sit here. Shivandu had completed the tripos seat in Cambridge, you see. Wrangler, Pransky, all these people are great wranglers, see, who struggle, fight out, argument, see, tripod. So that was the custom in those days. See. You sit down on the tripod as a student and you are interviewed, and then the professors will ask you questions, and then you make notes and all that kind of a thing. So that is the tripod. Triune snake, threefold snake. Vital, physical, mental, of course, as we were saying earlier. Now this word triune appears number of times in Savitri. Triune ecstasies, 24.17. 24.17. Triune ecstasies. Triune snake, what we have got? 61.11. Triune being, 3/4 being, 125.29. 125. Triune being, that is Satchitananda, threefold. Satchitananda, this is triune, Trinity. Trinity, Satchitananda. Well, of course, the Christian Trinity is different, but the spiritual Trinity is Satchitananda, triune being, triune infinite, 153.31. So you have got 24.17, 61.11, 125.29, and 153.31, triune. Now, the first experimental atom bomb, which was exploded in 1945-44 at Alamogordo, it was called Trinity. It was called Trinity, the first experimental called Trinity, because of all these things. Maybe because of three forces, three armies, three units are already combined together to produce it. So the code name was Trinity at that time. So the Trinity, tripod, triune, they're all related, you see, in that sense. You see. Reading by opposite sign, the eternal scribble. So the reading by opposite sign, the eternal scribble. A sorceress reversing lies, God. So that is the fall of thought, fall of bliss, fall of bliss. Then